I am Lance, or Jelly, or Prince, as most Pembroke Hall people know me. And my co-host is Philip, or Any, or NFL, as most Pembroke Hall people know him. And both of us are from Calbeck Avenue. Our mission on this podcast series is to explore how Pembroke Hall, a small community in the Kingston 20 area, surrounded by Joesland, just across Washington Boulevard, Marvalley, Trucks Garden, or Francis Land as I know it, Arlene Garden, Quatchett City, just across the Sandy Gully, became the epicenter of football or soccer for some people in Jamaica in the early 1970s. Pembroke Hall was also home of some of the most legendary musicians and entertainers of that era. I was still going to Pembroke Hall Primary when every single Sunday a triple header was played at the original ball ground at the intersection of Calbeck Avenue, Pembroke Hall Drive, now Kennel Drive. One morning match and two evening match was played to a capacity crowd. These teams, Patosi Rovers, Carawina, Asphalt, Covey, El Furto, and Dreads, was joined by Marvalley Uenden to play in the Pembroke Hall Corner League football tournament. And every baller in Jamaica at the time wanted to play in a Pembroke Hall Corner League to showcase them skills as the first officially organized Corner League football tournament in Jamaica. In this conversation, we hope to capture the memories of players, supporters, and any members of the Pembroke Hall community, male or female, who want to come and share their stories. Your feedback and support will be greatly appreciated on whatever social media platform you might be listening, and thanks in advance. So today is Saturday, March 4th, 2023, and welcome back to another conversation about Pembroke Hall memories. Me as usual, Jelly, our Lance, our Prince, and any one of those names will do. Join me as co-host today is Andre Taylor Danville, who was on episode number 3, and you should go back and listen to Andre's Pembroke Hall memories and subscribe while you're listening, because since episode number 3, Andre is now a regular co-host to this conversation, and Pembroke Hall members appreciate him stepping up and giving me all the support and feedback needed. That is ensuring that these Pembroke Hall members' conversation will stand the test of times. Also join us today as co-host is Rudolph Tompa Kamika, who is now a regular co-host to these Pembroke Hall members' conversation. And you should go back and listen to Tompa's Pembroke Hall members' conversation, episode number 15, and subscribe while you're listening. Tompa is the 3-bedroom representative to this conversation, as he's from Aqualita Vale, and he now gives us a lot of support and feedback, which helps in growing the importance of these Pembroke Hall members' conversation. My regular co-host, Philip, or Any, or NFL, who I know, as they say, from the idea many growing up on Calbeck Avenue, and I'm there with this conversation from the start, and only person where commitment prevent him from being here all the time. Our guest tonight don't really need no introduction, because he's well known throughout the Pembroke Hall community. But in true Pembroke Hall members tradition, we have to give him a proper introduction. Our guest moved to Pembroke Hall in 1962 as a 6-year-old to 49 Aqualita Vale Avenue. He moved with his mother, father, and his younger brother, Robert, or Bucket, as I know him. Two older sisters, Annette and Karen, who I actually met while I was at UA in the 1980s while I was doing my history degree. Our guest was the best left back we ever played for Pembroke Hall, and only the legendary Arthur Latimore could have taken a long throw farther than Lancey like a corner kick. But Latimore would have to run up, and Lancey stand up one place and throw the ball. They have to explain to me how he acquired a skill to make them unique long throw there. I looked on in awe when I go watch my first Manning Cup match at the National Stadium, as my guest led a powerful Camperdown team to a comfortable victory over my alma mater, Meadowbrook. But I was proud for no say a Pembroke Hall man show such skill upon the stadium turf. But without further ado, the man they have to tell him one story. So Pembroke Hall members welcome Lancey Adair, my namesake as I say, whose nickname I remember, and him can talk about this if him want. Droughty. I'd love to hear the story behind a nickname there. So Lancey, introduce yourself, my brother. Yeah, man, a Pembroke Hall come from, man. Yes, go ahead.
My God, do you know, I just used that name as I send off my taxes most recently.
Oh, yeah?
Because one of the few people who still call me that continuously is my tax accountant. And every time him says something, I bust out and laugh. that name came about. I think I was in primary school, and the music teacher gave us a project to complete, and the project was to write a song. Everybody had to write a song. Bear in mind, at that time, I had a singing voice, and I used to represent Central Branch in the festival competition till the voice broke, and then that was it. The song I came up with was based on the weather conditions at the time, and it was about the drought that we were experiencing. And I wrote the song, and the song title was "It's a Terrible Drought." And woe be honest, I was practicing the song with my little group of brethren, which till this day we're still hitched by the side, with the exception of on a refer to him as Boogle Ben, but it's Frank Bennett.
Yes.
We used to call him Frankie J. Parker because he moved with us hip to hip. The song was called "Terrible Drought," and woe be unto to me, which I shouldn't have been surprised. The man started to laugh and said, "I must start calling me Droughty." And this was when we normally congregate on the church fence or the church gate, Pembroke Hall Methodist church gate on the then it was Pembroke Hall Drive side. We could do that because the house next to the church by the track belonged to my uncle and actually my granduncle and aunt who lived there. And typical Ben bust out and said, "Boy, we'll start calling Droughty," and that name even reached on the football field. And but I have several names. It all depends. Droughty is one. To the older heads, then like Dirks and Scarra and them, one of them used to call me Nurse. Why? Because my mother was a nurse, and for some reason Dirks don't. Dirks start calling me, so all the bigger man them start calling me Nurse. And then later on in life, the one Ben labeled me another name. He labeled me Roy, and
oh yes, I remember that.
and that was another nickname that kind of run with me for up to this day. So if you check out my email addresses, it's always Lance Roy, as my code name basically. But yeah, that's the name. That's how the name came about.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that, Lancey. I thought it would have been more X-rated than that, but
No.
Hey, Lancey, just to clarify, because remember, is Oliby your cousin?
Yeah, man. Oliby.
And Neville, right?
And Neville, Neville have two other brothers.
Yes.
Neville lives here in New York in Upper Yonkers. He works for UPS.
Yeah.
And Oliby finally migrated to the States after years of trying, and finally got his life together, and he's up in Yonkers as well.
Yeah, that's what I recall.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so Lancey, say move come to Pembroke Hall 1962.
Yeah.
And you were just a 6-year-old. At
Yep.
the age right then, at what age you remember the neighbors them around you, and what some of the people that live around you? Aqualita Vale.
One of the reasons why I decided to make this call was a bunch of brethren always them listen to this and say, "Boy, Lance, I think you should log in and have a conversation because hopefully most my memory is really keen on things. And man like Skill and Rich example would have called me and say, this person or blah blah blah." At age 6, I remembered vividly when we moved to Pembroke Hall. We moved from Lindus Road, and the first day we moved in, who did I see on a tricycle? Skelly pushing Richard Sample upon the bicycle angle, and Skelly upon the back, a pedal, push it.
And for the record,
So,
Lancey, Skelly riding
yeah,
him our.
Howard Campbell, Howard
That
Christopher Campbell.
Winston Dirks Campbell brother, yeah.
Last one, last child.
Yeah. And Richard
So
Sample name and a sample.
Richard Lawrence.
Okay, because yeah, go ahead, sorry. We just have to call out the man and write him. Go ahead, Lancey,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah.
So I jump out of the vehicle, and his appearance of a movie, and where me gone to join them. And from that day till this day, we think like thieves, regardless of health and strength and distance. Neighbors, my neighbors directly beside me were the Franklins. You would call them white Jamaicans. Franklins was a family of mother, father, 3 brothers and 2 sisters. Michael, Mark, David, Kitty, and Ellen. To their right was Richard Sample, the Lawrences. Mrs. Lawrence, O.B. Lawrence, the father. Richard Lawrence was the last one of 3 boys and 1 girl. Oldest brother is Henry Lawrence, and then everybody know Alan Lawrence, right? And then Richard Lawrence. Next to Richard was a family, an older family, had their one son late in life. They were the Hunts. And Mr. Hunt was, an organizer, because he at times later on that he really tried his best to pull us all together, and had us doing certain activities, even running track and field, as just members of the community, that he would take us to track events. 2, and then you have the opening road, little side road, and then beyond those now you have families like the Holts. Mr. Holt was a police officer, and he had 3 sons and 2 daughters. And with the outer road constantly, with everybody on the road constantly. Once Mr. Holt enter, I don't know how they did it. If he entered Pembroke Hall Drive from on the boulevard, they know the father is coming, and they would scatter, run going in the yard because they weren't, have them on a tight management. Next to the Holts was the Jollies. And I'm pretty sure, I think I heard people like Neville Naphtali talk about Bugsy, Joseph Jolly, Mr. Jolly, Mrs. Jolly, his sister Pat, Bugsy, and then a younger brother. Bugsy would be peers with my oldest sister, if I'm not mistaken. And then you had next to him, you had I don't remember their name, but I know them. Man like Solji, and Solji had 2 nephews, Fat Paul and Peter.
We talked about them already too, yeah.
Next, further going down, you had can't remember their name. But my brethren in that house was we call him Chinaman Bunny, or Chiniques, and he had 2 sisters, and one of them got married to. I heard you guys talking about Jefta one time.
Yes,
to Jefta's brother Uriel, and that's Uriel is on the other side. They're on the other side of the street. Then you had people like the Nelsons. The Nelsons. Father was a police officer. Mother was a colleague of my mother's. She was a nurse, and she had a son named Michael. Tompa, can't remember if I'm right.
Mike Boweagle, Mikey Anson.
Yes, man.
Mikey Anson, yeah.
Boweagle, what? A long time ago,
we used to call him, man.
Yeah.
George's stuff. Yeah.
Yep. And then I'm gonna skip a few people. Further down the road, you had wait a minute, man. I'll come back to him. But on the other side, you have oh, sorry, my bad. Spartacus.
Spartacus.
Oh, the great
The great
Spartan,
Sparta.
Sir Williams.
Yeah. No, what most people don't remember, Sparta had a brother named Bill. And the only similarities between the two was the height. They didn't look alike. Sparta had his own character. Bill was somebody totally different, very handsome gentleman. Rarely would you find Bill outside of his gate, apart from when Bill is going to work. Sometimes I thought he was undercover or something. As far as Bill come on the gate, I was trying to talk to him lean up against the post with the bushes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll see him heading for the bus stop. That's about it. He would keep. I mean, apart from people like we're going to talk about the Campbells. Tubby was one of the brothers. Victor Campbell, Victor, Bill. My cousin Junior Adair, or otherwise known as Oli B, and our next guy from round Annandale named Motti. They were on what name? A guy the road named Mel. Mel is up on the top of Annandale, and Skiddy B, a gentleman from a family on Pembroke Hall Drive in front of my uncle, known as the Thompsons. The father was a policeman and they had two daughters.
Yeah, Cheryl and Sandra.
Yep. All you could do is look at them over the gate.
That's right.
Not approach.
The pretty eyes girl, them Lancey.
Yeah. And she was one of them. She was a colleague, a classmate of my wife's at Wilmer's.
Oh.
So on the other side of the road now, further down, you have some other folks, which I remember, but they migrated early. On the other side of the road now, on my other side, you had an Indian gentleman by the name of Mr. Murray on my left, going up Acolita Vale towards Tumpa side. Then next to him, because he was a single person, next to him was Mrs. Hunt. She had a daughter named Dawn Hunt, which was the apple of my eye. Yeah, that was the apple of my eye as a youth. Full of girl, you know. And that's where I spent most of my time, especially in the summertime, because they would, teach me how to dance and how to step and all them kind of things. Give me all the life advices. Because she had her little clique full of girls, you know what I mean? And through that, boy, bow-legged, so, whole of things.
Bow-leg was in.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, yes. Still in Tumpa, still in.
Yeah, man, the bow-leg thing, boy.
Then next to him was Bunny.
Yeah.
Here, Neville Naptal talk about, was it Neville? Talk about Bunny.
Talk about him, man. We go smoke the weed.
Smoke weed. Well, me know Bunny from before Bunny got to that stage. Because Bunny used to live with his mother and his father. His father had, I think it was his father. He had a Finan. And Bunny was a older gentleman. And know his way around town. Living a grand life, and then take up the weed smoking, and then just mother and everybody come out of the house, leave him, and then him had the house to himself, and everybody else start to hang out there. Next to him was I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he drove a green Angler. He was the man that
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith. Arthur.
Yes. Is him camera that got my license, you know?
Eh?
Yeah, man, on stick shift, the Angler.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, man. Then going a little up further now, you had the Braithwaites.
Right.
Terence and Beverly and
Yeah.
I don't remember the older sister's name. Anyhow. And then next to him was another family that, you know, they never come outside.
Right. I don't remember the man
Yeah.
name. If they have some trucks.
Yeah. And they had two girls over there and then they never
Yes.
come outside unless they go to the shop.
Right.
And then further up you have people like you have Ian Brown, the Browns.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Brown, and Mr. Brown there was the brother of Bertie Dan stepfather.
That's right. Kamla was the niece.
Yep. And next to him was the Songsters, and the Songsters and the Braithwaites. The wives were sisters. And Braithwaites and the Songsters had 2 kids, or the 3, Donald and Paula.
And the songs are there related to the one that they run cast eventually, Lancey. Alfred him the name, Dr. Alfred songs that run cast.
Dr. Angster, yes.
They could be. I'm not sure.
More than likely, Jelly.
Well, I know Donald was involved with a little man one time when Michael Manley did Big and Broad, and what name? And he was affiliated with communism.
WPGA.
Oh, Trevor Monroe?
No, man.
Trevor Monroe, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, war beyond to me at that time. I remember when years later, I buck up Donald in Manhattan. One evening I come from school and I stuck in the traffic and the taxi man block up the road. I come out of my car for bottom off and the taxi man come out of the car and who was behind the wheel. Donald Sangster nearly dropped down.
The question is, was he related to our former Prime Minister?
Well, I almost dropped down because I know of his relationship with Truman Monroe.
Okay.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was the last person I expected to run into in a New York City.
In a Manhattan, yes.
Behind a taxi.
Driving the cab. He was the taxi driver. Yeah.
And that's the undercover.
Yeah. Anyhow, let me just come back down directly in front of me, and then we'll go up to like Tompa. Directly in front of me were the Morgans. Mr. and Mrs. Morgan. Mrs. Morgan migrated to the U.S. and left her kids and her husband there for years. Mr. Morgan was an ex-army gentleman, and he had 2 daughters and 1 son. Now, Robert De Kenny is married to his eldest daughter. Robert De Kenny.
Bobby Fire talk about that the other night. Yes.
Oh, you had Bobby on. Good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we talked to Bobby Wednesday night. Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm glad.
Tuesday.
I had told him about it and asked him to try to reach out. Every so often I reach out to him.
Yeah, him tell me that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I spoke to him Christmas. That was my second father. I call it to him. So it was Rick, Don, Mar, and actually it's 3 daughters, because one after Mar, I think she named Andrea. Don, Mar, Rick, and Andrea.
That's the second Dawn you mentioned since evening. With a Dawn count
Yeah.
Andre, keep the count.
Yeah, man. Andre have a special affection for the Dawn.
Not clearly mention that. No go ahead.
I don't remember the people next to them, because they change on a regular. But next to them was the Seymours with Howard Seymour. Howard Seymour, alias name Tompa.
Asky.
Howard Seymour and I did primary school together, Tompa.
Say he went off key.
Yeah, man, I know that, Lancey. I know that.
Did he commit suicide?
I don't know.
I don't know about that, Tompa, but Lancey right. In the kind
mentally,
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
me know,
yeah.
and he committed suicide, is what I understand.
Oh.
He used to go KC, you know, Henny, he used to go KC.
You will not go all against.
Yeah, me know who you talk, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was disappointing because you know, it was a youth they buy us constantly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, yeah.
And then I mean, going up further, you have the Mitchells,
Yeah.
Junior Mitchell,
And them we know, you know, Lancey, them we are very familiar with, you know, on Calbeck Avenue, you know, so yeah. That's why I feel
Mitchell?
alive, yeah. Especially
Derek
the younger one, Derek.
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 Okay. And Mitchie.
Derek and Michi.
The junior.
Well, listen, what people them know say Mitchie could play ball, you know.
Right.
But we're gonna get into that.
Yeah,
because
we'll get to that, Lancey, yeah.
we draft Mitchie on one of the things anyhow.
See you remember who lived next door, Mitch, you know, because that brother there, I try to remember his name. I think his name Vaughn.
No.
He's a big time doctor in Jamaica.
Yeah. And then we can't forget the Kamikaze.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The FBS set a brother in a promo called Lancey.
Yeah,
Okay?
man.
Yeah.
And then it's raining men. What a good song that the two talk
Yeah, man.
about.
A family we all love for life, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hope I know because me a big time music collector, you know, and in the music business a long time. And Billy me sit down and learn what of them things from. So I remember when Billy there and Bumpy used to bring the set out on the veranda and play tune Thumper.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
At the trunk there with some rotted album deals and all them things there.
Yeah.
Anyhow, let me not
Remember the night you to keep a party and we to keep one, and the Dales did stop at your house and come a Billy party.
Yeah, but here's the joke now. That was my wife's sweet 16 party I kept for her.
Deep, man.
Yeah. Oh, no, when I talk to me, I understand.
So hold on, Lancey. Your wife come from Pembroke Hall, like no Pembroke Hall, man.
Pleasanton.
Pleasanton. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
So, now me a youth, you know. My wife is about 2 to 3 years younger than me, and we are put on our sweet 16 because we have the music, we have the system. You understand? My old man at the gate, man.
Your old man a part of the program.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nobody without an invite can get admitted, right?
That's the purpose of being the gate, man.
Invitation only.
No unwanted person.
Him pull up the Dells at the gate, man. I said, Lance, come here. Where these big men think they're going?
Oh, really? You mean the actual Dells?
Yes.
Yeah, they were coming to my house.
Yeah, the Dells.
Who the singing group about that, Andre?
Yes. How many Dells you want?
Well, I hope you're going to expand on this.
Yeah.
Because they might talk about it's powerful to ask that to get a group like that.
Yeah, that's short carry going on, you know.
Yeah, and they were coming to my Billy party.
Yeah.
At my house.
So where them know Billy them from, Thumper?
Because Billy did that JBC them time.
Oh, Billy did that JBC, I got you. I got the link. Yeah, I remember that. Yes. Yeah.
And then further past Thumper was the house where Piggy lived in. Piggy the postman.
Yes. Ingeborg talked about it.
Yes, I hear about talk about Piggy, but I could never remember. Oh, yes.
You remember talking about Thumper, yeah?
Yeah, I know exactly who I talk about now.
Yeah, man.
So right after me is the Greens first, Lancey.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Green.
Johnny and Freddie Green.
Yep, and then you have the Morrisons.
The Morrisons, yep.
Yeah.
You have Piggy used to live
Holy shit.
at the back of the kitchens.
Yes.
All right, let me explain this. 3-bedroom houses. Every so many came with maid's quarters. Understand? A maid's quarters. You're not talking about the difference between 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom. Anyhow, the 3-bedroom houses, every second or every third one came with a maid's quarters. some people used it as a mate's quarters. Some people rent it out as a single, like a studio apartment.
Well, that's a good Bobby Fire.
Self-contained.
Bobby Fire living at that at Macam House.
That's exactly right. On Pembroke Hall Drive.
Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
right.
Bobby Fire talk about that, Lancey. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And a few other people are
So it wasn't all of those of Lancey. It's every third house of the mate's
like
quarter
every
at the
third.
back. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Like the Franklins next to me had one. I didn't have one. Mr. Murray didn't have one, but Mrs. Hunt had one. And then it kept going on like that. You know what I mean?
I wonder what was the thinking behind that.
Yeah, I know Danny Green said he had one too, on Annandale. Danny Green.
The Bartlows have one.
Yeah.
And we used to use it as we hang out.
Yes.
Friday night hang out. The house with the pool.
Yes, sir.
The only house with the pool at Pembroke Hall.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Bartolo was my mother's co-worker at KCC.
Yeah, man. We had access to that pool, man. We live in that pool there. Anyhow, yeah. As long as it's up and running, we in.
Yeah.
Because my group, with teens in the 70s, my group name? The Soul 5 Syndicate. All we are throwing. And the group consists of Skelly, Junior Bartolo, Howard Campbell, Jeffter. Richard Sample.
Right, I know samples.
Myself, and we include Frank Bennett. That's where Frank Bennett became Frankie J. Right?
The great Boobo Bennett.
And then we later on we had no choice. He forced his way in. Was Jeffter.
Jeffter, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
we couldn't leave him because he knows that we're going on moves, and him a bust out, so him a hang with us. So, the kitchens was, I don't remember if the mother and father was there, but it was Lucy Kitchen and her brother and her mother. Yes. Lucy passed, she died. She died. She became a doctor.
Yes.
And then who else? No, Panasada. I don't remember going up further, but coming down from the right side of the church, you had Atkinson's. I'm gonna talk about what you used to go Calabar, Aki.
Peter.
Yeah, that's his family.
Right.
Jackie.
And his father was principal at Calabar, I think, one at a time too.
Yeah. Jackie was the daughter over there. What Richard Sample would have nagged her to death. I don't know the next house after that. Because that family was always old. Very elderly people.
How many girls were at the Atkinson house?
One.
Oh, one. Because I know Astrid and Rochelle, I guess they are cousins. I thought I was wondering if it was Peter's sister.
Yeah, cousins.
But by the way, Lancey, where Richard Sample get him nickname from? Sample.
Easy, man. Sample of a man. He was a little man. A boy, he behaved like a big man.
I got you. Yeah.
So the elders just call, he's a sample of a man.
Did you remember them calling him 45?
No, I don't remember that. Well, his house number was 45.
No, I think it had something to do with some O-level results, but we're going to skip that for now. Make him...
Okay, all right.
Go behind the pain wall.
I don't understand that, so it must be a KC thing, but you got to bring him up to speed. So you have next door, then you have the Campbells, which is
Dirt's that.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Campbell, Mavis, and can't remember what we used to call him old man. Anyhow, his mother's name is Mavis. All the kids them call her Mavis. So we end up calling her, we don't call her Mrs. Campbell, we call her Mavis. For some strange reason. Probably because she had big kids. You have Sister Andrew Patsy, Joy, Dirks, Nachi, Toby, and then Skelly.
But it's a big family, man.
Yeah. So Dirks had already moved on his own, and Dirks eventually bought the house next to them. Sorry, no. Dirks bought the house next to the Bartolows. So the Bartolows in between Dirks Campbell and them parents. Toby was Skelly would be peers with myself, although Skelly's about a year or so older. Toby was the second to last, who was my brethren, because Toby used to try check my sister on it. And whenever we are going spring and all, you know, I don't know about going to spring. You must win.
Which part of spring are you doing the park?
No.
Like you go Cameron's Park like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the river, man.
Yeah, doing
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know where you're
Doing the river.
Yeah, doing the river. Yeah.
And the big man in my lead the park. Toby would just throw me upon the bicycle angle. I was gone.
Mm-hmm.
You have Nachi. I hope a man Nachi could have play ball. Nachi used to play the stats. And Nachi a big time midfielder.
Now what Nachi right name, Lancey?
Horace Campbell.
Horace Campbell, okay,
Yeah. Nachi and Skelly live a team in New Jersey. They live on the same street. Maybe about 2 or 3 houses apart.
Yeah, they must still play a North Bergen League, Soccer League, Masters.
Yeah. And then going down the road a little further, you have people like Jeffta, Francis, and Uriel Francis. The Chinley?
Jack Chensi.
Yeah. No.
Jackie Chensi.
Yeah. Mr. The father Chinese, the mother Indian.
Yeah.
Understand that combination?
Yes.
Nakisaki have that same combination. Paul.
Yeah.
Paul Lane.
Right.
Chindian, another combination of Lancey. Chindian.
As I said, in between the Campbells was the Bartolows.
Yeah.
Which was Mr. and Mrs. Bartolow. Mr. Bartolow, I think this worked for KSAC. And Mrs. Bartolow was our school principal. And they had one child, Junior Bartolow. Alias name is Tet.
Yes.
Tet meaning, and it's Ben, give him a name there now, Frank Bennett.
He's known for that, man.
Yeah, man.
That's a Booger Ben?
Yeah, man. Booger Ben used to. The only thing Booger Ben never do was sleep our house, you know. Booger Ben just come down and patrol, we don't know. But most of Booger Ben time was spent with us.
I never knew that in Lancey. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Booger Ben was Booger. Me talk, I know him alone. Me talk about Kazi and Donovan.
Yeah. The brother, yeah.
Yeah. And Kazi Brown. How we give him the name there?
Kazi. So all the men are around the Lancey. All the men are from Patos around Anandale. Which girl around them I come to?
No, I understand. That's how what time I still listen, you know. When I listen to some of the conversation, I say, boy, I need to hear a little more.
Well, what day have to hear it tonight, you know?
Yeah, we got me. Yeah.
Okay, here I go now. The mother, them used to live from Pembroke Hall Drive on a 2-bedroom side. Notice, you know, Pembroke Hall Drive, when you come up towards the stretch to go to, from the field to go up to Mullines Road, the side where the church is 3-bedroom, the next side is 2-bedroom.
I never know that it is across the road from the Cane Current side, a 2-bedroom Lancey.
Exactly. And then it stopped at where Cane Current is.
Mm-hmm.
And then the same side from Asphalt go up is 3-bedroom.
Yeah. On both sides of the drive.
Exactly.
I never know that.
So
between the football field and which part the plaza there are the art factory better yet?
Yeah.
A two bedroom, and then from there to Mullins Road a 3.
Yes.
Right.
I think Engelbert was kind of explaining that too. Yes.
Oh no, I get Engelbert too.
Yeah,
Yes,
man. Yeah.
Well, a long time I say Engel from. Well, the last time I see him keep him set protocol session.
Him talk about,
Yeah.
me call him to them, I talk about your cousin, Oli B.
How will it be?
Somebody send me the number, yeah.
All of me jumped in gate, and the gate did open.
Them used to trade comic, you know. They used to trade comic books and stuff like that. We used to go all be just to go read them comic book them.
Yeah.
Him and Toby and Skiddy B and Mel and Morty. Every comic you think of.
Him tell me say Oli B say him know me because remember me have a $250,000 at Pembroke Hall.
Yeah, probably.
You know, that's possible. Yeah, but I just can't picture Oli B face, Lancey. I can't picture Oli B face at all. But yeah.
So
just tell me about Cassie them now and Ben and DJ. Oh, them men on Aqualita Vale.
Well, them used to live on the right hand side of Pembroke Hall Drive.
Mm-hmm.
For a minute before them move.
Which part of Pembroke Hall Drive? Below the field or above the field?
2-bedroom side, I think Lancey attack.
Yeah,
but above the field.
Little bit past, like your past
the community center.
Yeah, man. Past, Ventry food them there.
Yeah, that's me ask where the food them live. Where the food them live. Yeah.
Keep going up.
Okay.
Keep going up. Almost in front of Whippy, Whippy.
Yeah, Mama Whippy used to live on the left hand side. Yeah,
almost in front of them. Them used to live over there, so before them come down the next side.
On a Patosi. But say they were Dirks, not Dirks, Bulari relative though, Bulari uncle.
Yeah, but
Bulari was their uncle, yeah.
Hold on,
they were living up there with their mother then, Lancey.
Yeah. Bulari been older brother.
Yeah.
You see the
Bugo Ben brother, yeah.
When I see the prefect for Bulari there.
Yes.
No, sorry, not the prefect, the Zephyr, the green Zephyr.
The Zephyr for real, yes.
When, say more time on a Friday and Saturday night, we control that.
Mm-hmm.
And we on
the move with it, I'm actually.
Well, I don't know how he got it. It's not something for me to question. But so he must come meet me, because me make sure me pull in my car early. So when my old man come last the Jaguar, I'm outside. We were going to go pick up the girls and the Jaguar we use. And the Jaguar now fit no more than 4 or 5 hours, so we need more transport.
So your father was quite an encourager then?
Yeah, man. My old man
make sure they're not going to run with you.
Yeah, my old man made sure say on a Friday night him come home, because we were budding at that time, so we used to bother him for cigarette, because we go on road. My old man make sure I bring home, the time my old man smoke Downhill Internationals,
Yes, man.
My old man make sure I bring home a pack for us, because I know say we are go road go profile, so we have to.
A cigarette a part of the profile, Lancey, remember that. Yeah.
So this was before Richie started get the escort.
About the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, about the same time. But what is a story, man? Anyhow, so Cassie and Donovan used to hang with. Anyway, Ben or go, him a come. Them a come. And you can't shake Cassie Brown.
No, you're right.
Cassie in a tick. And anytime you can't find Cassie sit down more time in the right side of my gate or upon the side with the church there. And Cassie have on the shoes. Cassie just sit down and wait for it. And then Donovan will come in a little later. You know what I mean? Not to mention, when last one? Look brother name again.
Teddy Brown, that man. Teddy.
Yeah, man.
Teddy Brown. They're England, I know me here. They're England.
Cassie drop out.
Well, anybody know what happened?
Cancer.
Some they have cancer because they get a picture of him in the casket.
Sorry to hear that.
Enough people and that question.
And then and his sister, before she bust out my way, you know what I mean?
Yo.
We'd have to make sure the arm guard are on a regular.
Yeah, when you talk about Cassie and sister, that's behind the paid wall because
it's another juicy that.
Anyhow,
and I drone to the name to the field. I drone to the name as well, you know.
Me know, Jelly, me know.
Music.
We don't like how I miss what Annie said earlier, you know, why Mr. Adair used to make sure the man them can go a road, you know.
Them go the right way.
Yeah, man.
Yes. My mother did the up she give you condoms.
You make that minute then you have to know your edit out that now. You see one.
Oh, that's right. That have to be edited.
Well, we don't want to offend those who are.
No, we don't want to.
No, we all embrace it. We're not offend nobody here, sir. Continue your life. Don't go behind the paid wall of them. Go.
And once in a while, my papi, me used to, come around and come check them, and but I haven't done that in a while. I'm there Jamaica. But Jamaica an average of at least once a year. But I regular. We just come out from Jamaica actually. About a week or so ago.
So you still have those on Aqualita Vale, Lancey?
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool. Nice. Nice.
My mom passed last year, and me and my rest of my siblings, I'm still have the house. Right now, I rent it out to my niece.
Yeah.
And yet to be determined.
Lancey, what is your take on Pembroke Hall in its current state?
Pembroke Hall upon the rise. Based on, I've seen it in several states. As I said, I live in America over 40-something years now. And
you're a Yankee then.
Yeah, man. Well, my father used to tell me that. But I make sure I pop in. You know what I mean? Normally I pop in a routine. The first morning you can find me on Dirks's gate post.
Yeah.
And cause I know how Dirk's flex, I know by a certain time in the morning I'm gonna rise early and come out and gate, and me and him out there for at least a good 2 hours. So I break in my mornings then when we come out of Jamaica. Till before him migrate and then pass. And I've seen it declined because of most of the owners had moved out, and a lot of rentals in, and I'm seeing it on the upswing again. Big structures coming up. People are building either returnees or wherever. People hold on to them property and build where they can have extended families in them. Some big units.
Especially up on Funda side, the 3-bedroom side of big a lot. Yeah. But people basically keep the place clean. The park, Brazil is no longer there. Brazil now turn basketball court and a nice little community park where the
exercise.
The more mature.
I saw you used to call it Lancey, Brazil.
We're going to Brazil go play ball. I sit down on my gate post and wait till I see the ball bounce on the field. And as I see the ball bounce on the field, it's time to go.
You did it.
You have to go down there early.
Yeah, I know. I get
as a
youth.
You have to go down there early as a youth. So me and Skelly down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure. So as a ball bounce past Aquavita Vale, you know, say somebody go down there with a ball. The ball is at the field. It's time to get down there. And not only that too, my old man looked at me at one stage. Cause I used to play enough ball. Whole heap of ball, more than most. All over Kingston and St. Andrew. I play ball in some places where, I tell my brethren, I know come with this. Them said, no, you man. My old man, when Carl them look at me and say, wow, come on, boy, son, come play for it. My old man say, you drop over dead body. You see that feel on yourself? That's where your home is. No, but I'm gonna have Boystown to play ball. But woe be unto him. I was already down by Boystown playing ball. Camperdown, when Carl Brown come train Camperdown, that's where Carl took us to train. Boystown, man, there.
Yeah, only for Camperdown, man, there, Boystown. I remember that. Thomas McLean, younger years than you. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
So, I mean, I think I basically cover most of the people on Acolitaville. Mr. Fisher, somebody who can't miss out with a truck. Mr. Fisher place now turn a bar inside the yard there, and I hope people hang out inside there. So more time now come up Acolita. More time now go my house now, either if I don't want to get running to certain people, either go around Pembroke Drive and come up or
come through the track,
Through the track, yeah.
Come on, come back around and we did it.
So me ask you something like that. They call name and all them thing there. Kilo said upon this and them said balance father introduce the driver truck. Balance them the original Pembroke people them are above you. Me I try to get that straight. Fire say Pembroke. That's a Bobby Fire say.
And then they move go. I know Conrad moved. Conrad and Muller, I think, got moved out one time and then them come back.
Oh, Muller and brother.
Yeah.
Muller used to play some cricket. Yes, I remember.
No, two different Muller.
Eh?
Two different Muller, yeah, talk about.
Two different Muller, yeah, I got it. There's a Muller used to play cricket, yeah.
Yeah, I see him when I see him. I see Muller over before Christmas. My virgin and birthday or Jersey, I see Muller. Of course, we have to embrace, because I haven't seen Muller in years.
Which Muller? That a balance, brother Muller?
No, the cricketer Muller.
Oh, the cricketer Muller, okay.
Yeah, man.
What was his first name?
I used to know the car winner man them. And the Covey man them.
Yeah, I wanted the car winner picture them for true Lancey. And Covey, yes. Yeah, I remember him face good too. Where was him right name as Andrea? You remember him right name?
Oh, I remember him as Muller.
That's a regular.
All right, we can move on.
No, man. Hold on, Lancey. Let me say this. You say you have a photographic memory, and it's not a joke you make to Rad. Listen, I ask you one question. I'm going to ask you not more than 50 minutes inside of the conversation. Yo, but let me ask you something. I have to pick your memory. I know. At what year do you remember when Pembroke called me the Corner League, not Corner League, Minor League in 1967? Bobby Fire said, I 2-time win Minor League. Are you aware of that?
I got to iron out the second one. Quite possible, and if Bobby Fire says so, more than likely it is so. I gotta confirm it with him and others. But that was Bobby Fire was a coach. Bobby Fire is a coach of minor league team, first before he coach of minor league team. And the original big minor league team was some of the older heads on us. With man like Punky and Doc and Macam,
Kaplan
and them man there. You know what I mean?
Yes. So, were you aware that we had one minor league at your age? Were you aware that Pembroke had one minor league? 68, Phil?
68, yes.
You remember that what's the term you use it? Chomping at the bit?
Yeah, chomping at the bit. Yeah, yes.
Chomping at the bit. At age 14, I play my league,
Okay, I got you. You got camp alone already them time there?
Yeah. Age 14, Bobby Fire have me play minor league. Carry going Trenchtown. I play against big people like Diego Gardner and them man there. I tackle Diego, my whole world was crumbling.
Yeah.
With the man structure wise at that age. And Fire used to remind me, I'll tell him talk to me, say, wow, now carry you gonna have Trenchtown, you was almost pissing in your pants.
Yeah. So, let me ask you another question, Lancey. Pick your brain a certain way. When the Corner League started, were you the Corner League started? You remember when the Corner League started?
I can't tell you the exact year. But I remember that it was, and I should have done that. I should have dig a little deeper. League started about originally with 4 teams.
Right.
4
Okay.
teams. Covey,
Yeah.
Potosi, Carolina,
Asphalt.
and rest of the no asphalt. Rest of the world.
Okay, there's some 4 teams there.
Just those 4 teams.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it started. And then the following season, asphalt.
Mm-hmm.
Did asphalt come in as asphalt?
Yeah, man.
Because when did that parking lot get paved with the asphalt?
Well, it was an open lot of land at first.
Right.
Engelbert tell about that, yeah.
And like Engelbert and Bubble Fire and Magoo and them man, the bigger man, clear it out and not play scrimmage.
Right.
Inside it. No. That time me about 12, about maybe I wasn't 13 yet. 11, 12. And all I could do was collect the ball when them kick it out of touch and run after it.
You can't get no game.
Not a game yet. Bubble Fire know all them, Daka know all them inside that play. And is about, eventually I get a little run. You fetch some ball and Bobby say, come, stand in front of the goal while them go further, go play. And I get a little run.
You guys got a lot of repairs doing?
Eh?
We just got the state came here. They just wanted us like those.
Phil, you break up. We not hear you.
But so Lancey, the team name Asphalt came from when the field was paved with asphalt, right? That's how the whole asphalt name came to be.
Yeah, exactly. So when
Eddie, put on your mic. Mute yourself.
Yeah, something on your mic, Phil, yeah.
When them pave it,
yeah.
When them pave it now, initially we thought, well, the ball done. But it never stopped us. We continue playing on it. Of course, we get up a chip up, fall and you can't slide tackle no more and all them things there.
Yes.
You're going with bruises. But we continue playing and then, as we entered as Bubble Fire put us together now and decide to bring out a team into the Car League and stuff like that. We took on the name Asphalt.
I didn't realize that the era was paved from before 70. I was on the impression that it was like in the 70s, maybe early 70s.
Very, very early. If I'm gonna say no, could about 60, about 69, 70.
Okay, as early as that, yeah?
Yeah.
Because if the Corner League starts around 67 and Asphalt will come in, say, the second year or perhaps the third year,
about the second year.
It would have been like 68 then.
Yep.
So,
about right.
So what year you run out for the Asphalt team, Lancey? Because them time I'm not doing a Corner League. Well, the first time I remember play a Corner League match for Asphalt.
Well, I'm going to say about the second season.
Also that time they like a boy same way.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. And that before another migration from Asphalt team. Man, we turn dreads. Still dreads.
No, that before the dread migration.
Yeah.
That before the dread migration, man. Maya and
Bertadan, yeah.
Cochise and Butterdan. Who else? I think that was about it.
Yeah, but
when that migration occurred, the Corner League was already established.
Yeah, man.
To the point where when the Dread 11 come in, people that first year consider them like a beaten stick.
Yeah.
Before them get, strong.
I use a different word, Andrew. Before them get high.
Well, and it's something I always marvel about, As I said, anywhere I went and Rasta play ball, I don't understand how them smoke before play. Because smoking is supposed to hinder you. But hey, whatever, they do their thing.
Yeah.
But asphalt, has always had a thoroughbred side.
Yes, definitely.
Thoroughbred in the sense of not necessarily physical attributes, but a high level of ball intelligence.
Yeah.
Always a game plan. And then who we have? We're the best coach in the world.
Yes, we agree with that though.
You understand me? We're the best coach in the world. And
you just have to can run and Bobby Fire will turn into a footballer, Lancey.
Well, Bobby Fire have a way of selecting his players. He likes players that are coachable players.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Wolper man come with skill and all them things, and they don't make good. They don't fit in a team well.
Yeah.
You understand me? So because you're playing with a system, you're playing with a pattern, you're playing with movement, you're playing with understanding, and a drive. The only problem as far as you used to have is after a hard Saturday night and a 10 o'clock game. The whole we are complaining because the whole we are hang out together.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah.
And middle of the night when we're out the street and a man say, well, we have to go, we have Kobe at 10 o'clock in the morning, and everybody start cuss.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You won still, but you might have a rough first half, but by the second half you pick up your game.
Yeah.
But Lancey, you yourself was a good teacher, because I remember two things you taught me. One time you tell me, say, boy, Thumper, you need to play and get some gravity. And I was playing too straight up.
Yep.
And you tell me that. And the second thing you tell me, and later on in my life, I learned when I'm in a college now and then in the business world, I learned SWOT analysis. You always tell me, Thumper, you need to know the strengths and weaknesses of your opponent and yourself.
Yep.
And yourself. You
and
I have 15 when you tell me them things there.
And I carry that in everything that I do.
They're not that, Lance.
Everything I do.
Everything you do.
Even at college, I tell my wife and my youth them all the while. You see, my first quiz of me do for a professor. You know what that is for me? To feel him out. Not for him to feel me out. For me to feel him out, to know what his level of expectations are.
Yeah, recruit him. Yeah, treat him like you recruit him, Lancey. Yeah.
And then it's on that now I know what I need to apply myself to be successful in this class. I remember Thumper one course me take a discontinue, right away, after 2 weeks, He's a counting a Baruch and as a Chinese professor, and I couldn't understand what the word the man was saying. And I said, no.
We never get him.
I said, I need to get the hell out of this class. I couldn't. There's no way I was going to figure him out.
Yes.
But that is the method I apply. So, not only that. Go ahead.
Who also remember them the asphalt team, the Lancey, where you play with, the first time you play?
Asphalt then, man like Whippy as a midfielder. You have Carlos.
And what's the right name, Lancey?
Audley Gordon.
Audley Gordon, yes, yeah.
Audley Gordon. You have Whippy. You have Skelly. You have Big Platts.
I'm here fire call him Carlos. Where that come from?
That's his name.
Carlos McDonald.
Carlos McDonald. Yeah, that's one of his names. Yeah.
So it's not Michael?
Michael McDonald. Yeah, that's also his name.
Fire not call him nothing but Carlos.
Carlos, that's what we call him. You have Cochise. You have Maya. You have Mike Grant. You have Bert Dunn.
Holy shit.
You have Potter Dunn. What else we have? We had ball. Yo, as a Meadowbrook man, and I listen to it all the while. I don't understand why I don't hear the great Baldwin Anderson's name.
Hold on.
But Nancy, man, Baldwin Anderson is somebody I mention once every.
No, I mean, Lancey, I throw that. Listen, Lancey.
Oh, okay.
The greatest goalkeeper Pembroke ever had.
Lancey, last week, when I talk for him, you know that we got Meadowbrook 1974.
Pembroke ever had.
Hold on, I'm going to get him on the Meadowbrook podcast and this too, because yes, after Lancey, I never know about that.
What? Baldwin was like God.
Yeah.
He was 6.
I want to tell you, Lancey.
He's a bigger man than me, you know.
Yes, I remember Baldwin. I remember him as a little youth. And he was a big man. I remember him a limp. He's the first man to say I wear a shorts. You know, them goalkeepers used to wear the padded shorts thing on the side.
Yep.
The first time I saw one. But it so happens that his next door neighbor was another one of your wife's schoolmates at Wolmer's, who happens to be my first cousin.
Leonie Williams?
No, Andrea Hall.
Okay.
Tompa, she lived at 71 Annandale, and of course Baldwin had another Dawn in his family, his sister Dawny.
Come on, the young one.
Right, and Precious was the older one.
Feel me like one when Andrea come with another Dawn, you know, but you're there. Well, Lancey, so what I Lancey, I went in there, Anderson keep for minor league team when I won 68.
Yeah.
I never know that, Lancey. I'm glad I never know that at all.
I never one of the look. When man play all money and everything there, Meadowbrook never know nothing about football.
No, what I the man used to call Meadowbrook. Listen, Lancey, man used to call Meadowbrook Love School, you know.
But a Baldwin used to wave on a flag.
And later on, Tony Gar.
Yeah. No, I never know that, Lancey. I never know that.
Oh, great, man. Great.
So he was Asphalt, the original goalkeeper.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So the rest of the world did just disintegrate, Lancey.
Yeah, as other teams came about. The rest of the world was a rotted team. The rest of the world was
everybody who was none those 3 other teams.
And they were primarily older gentlemen. Older, yes.
Okay.
With the exception of, Birdie used to play for the rest of the world. First year.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. He used to play for the rest of the world. First year.
Big uncle dip on that team that too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Ita name Mackie. From off of Aquilitaville.
Yeah.
Sparrow. You know Sparrow, right?
No, I'm not familiar with the name at all.
Scarrow, you know?
Oh, Scarrow, you attack?
Yeah, man, Scarrow.
Scarrow used to play for that team there?
Yeah, Scarrow used to play ball jokingly like...
No, man used to do the body work on a car win. I may attack?
I don't know if it was a body man,
Phil, you know Scarrow may attack, Phil?
I don't have the goal teeth him out.
No. The Scarrow may attack about shot.
No, yeah, Scarrow shot. Him live at the Bronx. Him moved out of the Bronx for years.
But if I the same Scarrow we attacked, right?
All right. Man like Nachi. Ken Lyons. I know Ken Lyons.
Me hear the name. Lancey. Me hear the name.
Ken Lyons come from Annandale. You might know this name. Carl Scully.
Scully, yeah.
Him they have two sisters. Can't talk about them. Pain wall.
Behind the paid wall, Lance.
Lincoln. I know about Lincoln. All right. You know Dino? Tom, you know my Dino?
Yeah, man. Xylem.
Dino uncle. Him uncle Lincoln. Used to play for Railway, Division 1.
Yes.
Owner a bar at a crossroads.
Yes.
Man like Allah bigger brother.
Ronald.
Alan Nazi attack?
Yeah.
Which one the brother? Ronald?
I don't remember his first name.
Allah had 2 older brothers, I believe.
Yeah, one of them older brother. Only one older brother I was familiar with. I was always on the field with man like Carroll and Dirks. And them have some drinking partner, drinking buddies. Yeah, man.
Lads, how much time Asphalt win the Corner League?
At least twice. At least twice. And if we don't win, we're up there big. Yo, let me explain something to you. One of the reasons why I held off for the call, because I didn't want to upset anybody. I don't rewrite history. Asphalt was an elite team. Other teams, a lot of other teams that played well, but a lot of other teams were journeyman teams, journey teams. We talk about journey teams, meaning them they play hard, they train hard, and did the best they can, and they looked good in some instance. But when you want us to ball tic-tac round and go out with all kind of things, Bobby find a joke. Let me explain it to you. When you pass the ball here, where are you supposed to be next? You're playing a triangle, you offer support, you keep it moving. Nobody will come on a big kick and all them kind of something there. Or feint. You understand me? Make sure you control the ball and move it well. You're gonna dribble your ball when you have acreage on the field.
Yes, yeah.
You make the ball do the work. You hear people say, make the ball do the work?
Yes.
So those were some of them are some of them bread and butter instructions. And they carry the same methodology into our major league teams. And Pembroke Hall, year after year on the Bubble Fire, always win the zone that we are in.
Bring back in Henny.
Yeah, man, them for us come in.
You understand it?
I'm for us come in.
And now when you win your zone, you're up now against people like Cavaliers, Boys Town, and those other teams. Harborview sometimes when Harborview start coming. So, you know, good tutelage, good players, very good players. I touch base with my brethren today, Balf, because I couldn't remember who used to play centre half beside Pembroke, because you're Pembroke Hall defense now. Big Platts, right back, Lancey Adair, left back. Pembroke left centre half, and I couldn't remember the person who played between Pembroke and
Platte.
Pebbles from Beer Tech.
Oh, yes. Pebbles. Okay.
You understand?
Lancey, my favorite. What Pebbles' right name?
I forgot about
I'm going to the archive for that. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and then he had a younger brother who was trying to gain some inroads.
Yeah.
But later on we welcome him in, but he was more of a player right back or midfield. But our serious team, those were some serious teams. Later we have people like Ken Rose used to play centre half at one point.
Yes.
And then your midfield now was something else. You had Maya.
Yeah.
And Maya as the attacking midfielder, basically. But it was left and right. You had Maya and you have Allah.
Allah,
yes.
Yeah.
Up front now you have Balf outside left. No, Balf up the outside left.
I'm crep.
Yeah, but them are wear boots and everything like that. You have Balf, you have Gary Chuck.
Yes.
Right? You have Cochise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then more time you have Mikey Grant.
Yeah.
And Mike used to say, I don't understand how Mikey Grant play football and him never dirty yet. Can spot a man and come at him quickly and jump out of the way. Mikey Grant is my brother-in-law.
Yes, master brother. Yeah.
And then Baldwin had left, So now after Baldwin left, now we bring in Chris Maxwell and
Droughty.
Dave Stewart.
Yeah.
That's Brady. And so Bobby we still alternate them, you know. You understand me? Alternate them. One
From
keep,
the minor league team.
one keep this game, the next one keep the next game. So we used to alternate them because they were basically equally matched.
Yes.
And you want to make sure you keep them involved.
To keep them fresh, yeah.
Yeah. And then the beauty of the game was that our game was in a transformation. And with transformation is most wing backs in general play defense by standing off, backing off, and trying to win a tackle. Me personally, my defense was offense. I need to keep the press on my winger, so he needs to defend me. I don't need to defend him because I run past him constantly. You understand me?
Yeah, the first initiation of attacking wing back in Pembroke Hall or in Jamaica. Yeah.
You know where you see that from? Brazilian, Francisco Marino.
Yeah, man. Yes.
And
McGlad
he bred later Roberto Carlos.
Yes.
Lancey, I'm glad you said that because me and a virgin have an argument about that. He might tell me about say, what the one before Roberto Carlos. What his name again, man? He used to play the left wing back and then play the left midfield sometime on the 82 Brazil side.
That's
the bearded one, you know.
Junior attack.
Junior, right? I mean, I tell the man say before Junior this a go on.
Yeah, man.
Francisco Marino, the blonde.
Francisco Marino, I don't think the long time. When we move go far, I see him do it at Cosmos, New York Cosmos.
Yeah. Remember, you know, we were students of the game. Man like me, we sit down and we watch with English Division 1 and all any Brazilian games we can watch, we watch. You understand me? And we couldn't wait to go on the field, go put into practice, so we learn on the screen. You understand me? That's how we used to rest.
And then time they record lunch, I've tell people black and white, you watch it in.
Black and white.
Unless you put the paper on the TV.
No, the other person who used to do that was the Bartelos on a console.
Well, on the Lancey, before you expand for Pembroke Hall, I have to mention this, because I want to clarify something. Not clarify, but you understand context. Baba Fire mentioned Baba Shah. Same that recruit him. You remember Baba Shah? I'll tell you why I ask the question. Baba Shah, you remember Baba Shah, older brother?
Ray.
Who called?
Raymond.
Teach? No, man, it's Raymond. Raymond live beside Baba Shah, man. Raymond and my brother-in-law live beside Baba Shah. I thought Baba Shah, older brother, used to sell the fish. Chinny or Teach? He never played a ball.
No.
You know me at all, then, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raymond and my brother-in-law, man. Raymond used to live at 35 Kane Coran. We used to live in front of Cottrees.
A brown light skin brother.
Yeah.
Short. You kind of short?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, you used to live next door to Baba Shah.
Yeah.
And Baba Shah, our older brother.
Yeah, in my tag, yeah?
Yeah. You know, it's not Julia.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, man.
Imam Prince was a good friend. And he been married to my auntie. Remember Kitty?
Okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Kitty and my auntie, man. Kitty and my auntie.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And Baba Fire him turn Baba Shah into a football. A big ball.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Remember, you know, Sharky was burly and strong.
Yeah, and could have run.
So, when you're playing with a player like that, you play direct. You give him the ball. And on flip side too, when we talk about Pembroke Hall Major League team, and we talk about people like Roddy Thomas and anything there, okay, center forward. And I can't forget Junior Davey.
Yeah, man, I'm a schoolmate, that.
Now, when Junior is playing, I think, when he come up from Pembroke Hall, start playing Patosi at one point.
No, Carolina.
Right, yeah. and then he went forward. When Junior played Major League for us, you remember him as a defender, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Fire put him?
Front, Fire told us and put him up front.
Inter forward.
Yeah.
And play direct because Junior do? He might use the same method as him as a defender. He might run right through the center.
Right through your wall. Yes.
And ball in the back of the net. And him score more goal than any centre forward we ever had.
Yeah, Fire did mention that.
My boy put it past the back of the net. When he put the back of the net like the back of the net one bus. Another person we see go kick so a Romito. Romito Taylor from Boys Club.
Yeah, Romito, yeah.
Yeah, man.
So at the trajectory of Baba Fire Pembroke Hall upon Lancey was almost like say by a certain age, a certain time, we'd have started win Major League, and ultimately become a National League champion.
Oh, most definitely.
Because talent where we had at Pembroke Hall, I feel question this year, I look like he might take a phone call, I don't see him come on back on the stage. Is why did Pembroke Hall falter? We kind of know the answer because we have flirt around it, but more your perspective of this, because I say, Pembroke Hall up on a trajectory and then all of a sudden, Baba Fire till film side. Go ahead.
Two things impacted us severely. One, moving the field.
Yes, we talk about that. We identify that land.
From Brazil to down to the school.
Yeah.
Two, Logman along with Pilot Francis and the introduction of Pan-African movement, but more political standpoint, caused a wave in our organization and our moving forward, because now it's a matter of who wants to take control over our destination. Something that we worked so hard to build and was doing so well.
Yeah.
It's like, so now you want to take over our organization, which wasn't correct. I still to this day don't understand why. But then again, I have every kind of two sides. I understand the political motivation in regards to it for an individual to want to do this.
To control the youth, yeah.
The ego and stuff like that. But and then you have someone who is doing it so well. And I go threaten him for move him out, take it over. You know how much time, effort, and money Baba Fire put in the game?
Yeah, man, tell about that. Talk about that Tuesday night Lancey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And his whole approach.
Yeah.
You know what? In every instance, you're gonna have the lovers and you got the naysayers, and you just have to just go through. You have to choose.
And to follow up on that, Lancey, what Baba Fire was saying is not so much they want to move him out, but to get him to sign on to the philosophy and get the youth them involved with the politics, and he wasn't willing to do that. So at that point, he had to go.
I remember my last season with Pembroke Hall. I don't even know if I'd done the season.
And what year that was, Lancey, for the record?
Was it 77 or 78?
How old were you at the time, Lancey?
About 21.
Yeah, about then. Because at that time, you remember when Pembroke Hall had the green, when we would just get the green jersey then with the African map of Africa up on the front.
Yes.
And the back.
Yes. At the top, about that Lancey, I remember that. Yes.
That was the end of it for people like me. First of all, you couldn't play a jersey there for long, because a jersey used to suffocate you, because it's painted on. So the jersey was like lead when you're in it. You know what I mean? And then when Baba Fire stopped, and at the time I never understand the whole dynamics of it, and
right.
you start having to go down to Lug to hook up with Lug to get transported to a game and all kind of thing. Some of the movements I remember too, like when you're there over a length of time, you try to come around. So, with all that now, I say, open other bridge them step off, Maya and some other mans them step off from the team. So at one point, Maya said he wasn't going to play for Doing the Park because Maya was living in Doing the Park. He was renting a house in Doing the Park.
Yeah.
Young family, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it. They said then Ross them so they might play for 12 tribe. Them time them not play over ball. Me there, I play St. Andrew Cup up at Mona for a team named Alford. And Alford was an inspiring experience because we used to travel. When our players they even can't leave them community, we got all of Florida to play a tournament, We got Atlanta to play a tournament. So we do other things. Don't have NVO I play with man like the Gerrards, them Sammy and Dave.
Yeah man, Sammy and Dave.
Yeah. And one and Bob and them bridging them sit down on the pavement and smoke weed before them come on the field. And I kick in their shin. That's how we used to love it,
Yeah.
When me know over this, me over with a Beaumont. And
at a Beaumont Beach where Lancey, Rinwood Road, Rockford way,
Beaumont have a clubhouse set up like no different than most, like Boys and anything there. With them a pavilion, because it's a cricket club,
Yeah.
And then was people like my brethren, it was a coach of mine, Dixon and Tuku, who invited me to come at Cavaliers. And that is another drama too.
Well, you cover a whole heap of football ground, Nancy.
Before I send me and Mikey Grant down at Santos. I was at Santos for 2 weeks and I said, no, I'm not staying down here. Because every single man down at Santos go out like them invent the ball.
Yeah.
I was going to Cass. We used to play for Cass,
Yeah.
And that was a very good experience. You know what I mean? Because I play with a lot of players from around other parts of Kingston and Jamaica, actually. I play with people like Keith Bryce, Droughty, and what we're doing from Woolmars. He's calling Bruiser, Robert Hilton.
Okay.
Roger Martin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you something, Lancey. Let me ask you something about the trajectory of Pembroke Hall football. Because I have one, despite the three things, there are some significant things because wouldn't the field, because I compare this to Harborview now. Harborview inherit a field under the Hillfoot. Where would Pembroke Hall expand in terms of field-wise? Where would I develop the football in that way? Bobby Fire division for we talk about over the school. Was it possible to say the school field could have developed to a big time field like Harborview?
Yeah. You see the problem with Pembroke Hall, whenever it was designed, things like that for some reason wasn't taken into consideration. Harborview, that wasn't taken into consideration either, because you remember, Harborview was one of the first housing schemes. You had Mona, that was built primarily for the people that were teaching in Mona and the extended families and stuff like that. That's what Mona was built for, and Mona had a piece of land that was unused, which they developed into a park, and then converted it into a field. So you had a field plus over there.
Buttercup Park.
Opas just did a similar thing too.
Yeah, Harborview, my stuff at Harborview did a day. We come off the plane and we're hungry. And my wife and my sister. My sister said, my sister come pick us at the airport. And our first stop on Jamaica, you know. Someone got a coconut man. We got tasties.
Yeah, me always touch a coconut man right at the airport.
Yeah. Pop in a tasties because my wife, no, she have to get her tasties party.
And fix. I forget your fix.
Yeah, so exactly. And I had no idea that I saw the Harborview houses were small and the space.
Very small, yeah.
Yeah, the space tight.
Yeah.
They never inherited. They inherited a quarry, which they turned into a field. Pembroke Hall didn't have that. They only had apart from by the bus stop, the only possible area would be down by the school. And
well, no, so them could have used over the community center and build a community center over the field.
Wouldn't be much gained either.
Yeah,
I guess the only thing there, Lancey, is that it wouldn't have one end more narrow than the other.
Right. And then all the ball them gone to the people in the backyard.
Right.
No, man, I put up a fence.
Yeah.
Tall fence.
Yeah, true. But space would have been done by the field, by the school, and if it was well developed and taken care of, it could have, because
if it was well developed and taken care of, they would have done it right where it was appropriate, the amount of space for it.
There you go.
In the middle of the community.
I want to say they could have set that up like Phoenix. University of Phoenix. The thing they use it. The Arizona Cardinal.
Yeah, the big football team attack.
In America. Well, remember, Carl, secondary could have come together with the community and said, we'll build a mini stadium and it's used by both the community and the high school and the school.
Thanks for listening to part 1 of this conversation. Make sure you subscribe to Pembroke Hall Memories YouTube channel so you don't miss part 2 of this conversation, as it will go directly to your inbox once you subscribe to Pembroke Hall Memories YouTube channel. Thank you. Thanks for listening to Pembroke Hall Memories podcast. And remember to give us all the support you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. A special thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince, who takes care of everything involved in getting the podcast out every week. And without him, I would not be able to do what I love doing every week, having memorable conversation about Pembroke Hall. Thanks. The views expressed by the guests on this podcast are their own, and the appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. Thank you.